They are here for the 9th annual Rally for Kids with Cancer Scavenger Cup. Please welcome actor William Baldwin and his wife, singer, songwriter, and actress Chynna Phillips is here. It's about time to visit because William is family to us now. And I always say, where's your beautiful wife? And yay, you're here together for a great cause.
Finally.
So why is this so important to participate? Did Billy say, listen, this is a great event. I need you to come tag team with me?
Well, SickKids is not just like a Canadian hospital. It's now like a world-renowned hospital that's helping thousands and thousands of children. And, we're blessed to have healthy kids, but unfortunately not everybody has healthy kids. So we'd like to do something to make a difference.
It's unimaginable. When you see these kids so vulnerable, like you said, state-of-the-art technology, they really are saving lives. It's research that matters, and you're doing it in such a fun way. Now, the event is sold out. It takes place tomorrow on Saturday, but you guys could always donate by going to SickKids, and I know you really love it. You have to see him after the show whenever the kids are here. Best friends with the kids, year after year. Aww. You develop these friendships, and you really see what they go through.
Yeah, I've been texting this. There's a team that drafted me 2 years ago, Team Wheezy. Wheezy, if you're watching, anybody out there knows Wheezy, tell Wheezy, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to be your captain again.
Team Wheezy.
Wheezy raised, she got jumped in a couple years ago with like 3 weeks left, and she raised like $250,000 in 3 weeks.
Are you kidding me?
All of her friends they were in like 8th or 9th grade back then. She's probably in like 11th grade now. They killed it.
That's unbelievable.
They raised a couple $100,000. So I'm all yours.
Will you be perhaps singing, performing, doing a little something?
We've got a little top secret thing going on. Yeah, I'm not really supposed to talk about it, but it's going to be pretty
cool.
special.
Because I'm going to tell you, I wanted to be you, Chynna Phillips. Wilson Phillips was my jam. That was the Hold On was my jam. I wanted your cute little pixie cut. I wanted your little nose. Unfortunately, I couldn't make that happen for myself. I have an Italian strong nose. I wanted to be you on the sand with that black little strapless dress on a rock. It is classic. And then when you see it all, of course, on the big screen, how many years later with Bridesmaids, one of the best movies of all time.
Yeah, that was
great.
What
was it like working with that cast?
It was a total shot in the arm for Wilson Phillips. We started touring right after that, pretty heavy duty. Oh, what's this?
This is from Bridesmaids.
Oh.
So the whole theme and the whole thread, of course, leads up to the seminal moment, the wedding. And then there you guys are as she once again, right, Rose Byrne Trumps Kristen Wiig and says, yeah, well, I happened to get them to come here live. Did you have a sense that the movie was going to be that amazing?
We had no idea. No, we had absolutely no idea. We didn't know how they were going to feature us. We didn't have a clue. And then it came out. And Carney went to go see it in the theater, and she called me and she was like, are you freaking kidding me? This is amazing. You have to go see it.
Female Hangover, like after the Hangover, and with that cast, I know Maya Rudolph a little bit since she's a little girl, and she was such a comedic sensation already, and I had a feeling that it was going to do well, and that kind of and of course Apatow being involved, you knew it was like positioned for success.
Every time it's on, I watch it. It's huge.
But these guys went on
huge
with a Y. But they've gone out on the road. They've been playing every month since how many years ago is that? 5, 6 years ago.
Yeah, 6 years.
Wilson Phillips has played every month since that movie was released.
I love that. I love that
it's
story.
It's like the gift that keeps on giving.
It is. And speaking of a lot of those stars, of course, SNL cast, right? So let's talk about that. Segue. So I don't know if you know, but your brother Alec is doing a fine job of imitating one Donald Trump on the show. Yeah. And let's go back to the other Baldwin, your younger bro, Steven. There's a little back and forth. You're somehow in the middle. Thank you for finally joining Twitter. We've been begging and pleading. He's finally on it at Billy Baldwin. And it's already tracking mad favorites, likes, and retweets because you're not afraid. You're not mincing your words on Twitter. Let's just recap.
Oh, you have a few. Okay,
so Steven writes, if my father were alive today, a veteran, he would be ashamed and disgusted of media bias and manipulation by people like @Anderson Cooper. Billy Baldwin responds, if our father were alive today, he'd smack you in the side of the head for supporting Donald Trump. Wait, I love this one. Billy writes, brother Steven thinks Alec's impersonation of Trump is, quote, not funny, and that Trump, quote, dominated the debate last night. Just proves the alt universe that many Trump supporters live in. Okay, let's discuss. This is too good. You're giving me candy on a platter.
Yeah.
What the heck's going on Thanksgiving dinner with you guys?
Well, it's always people were like, Billy Baldwin destroys his brother. See, what a beatdown, and people that are from New York and that are like Irish Catholic, they get it. They're like, oh yeah, it's an Irish smackdown.
It's more of a roast.
It's it's what we've been doing to each other. When I first met my wife, she was always like, why are you yelling? You're always yelling. I'm like, who's yelling? I'm like from New York. I'm excited. I'm trying to prove my point. I'm not yelling.
I'm passionate.
And it's like people that aren't from there think that we're like in a big fight. I had to go in and send another tweet like, no, I love my brother. I just think he's a moron for supporting Donald Trump. You know?
Just think he's wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong. So what do you think is going to happen Tuesday? Guys, we're days away from this election.
I don't
what
know.
a circus.
I do not know.
Yeah, I think it's going to, unfortunately, because of Director Comey, it's going to be closer in the popular vote than I wanted to really make more of a statement. And I'm really resentful that it's as close as it is in the popular vote. I think in the Electoral College, I really hope she takes him to the woodshed. I think that she still has a chance to really beat him up in the Electoral College. But I don't think all of this stuff with Trump is all bad or wrong. I really think there's a Brexit component to this, and I think the American people, some people are voting. There's three people that are voting for him: people that are really dumb, people that are really smart, and people that can't tolerate or stomach voting for a Democrat, particularly a Clinton. Okay.
Fed up.
They don't like. They
Establishment.
they can't. Well, no, the people that can't vote for a Clinton are just people that can't vote on the other side. They won't go from red to blue.
To Democrat,
and there's a lot of Democrats that won't go from blue to red. So I get it. But the people that are very smart are the most interesting. And that is the Brexit voters. The founding fathers created a system of one man, one vote representative democracy. It hasn't worked for 60 or 70 years. Corporations and special interests run the country, not the politicians, not the media, not the people. And it's really, really frustrating, and people are getting fed up with it, and they're willing to blow up the system. If the Republican National Committee could have seen this coming, which they should have, and they had been grooming whoever the next, Warren Buffett is, and you could have made him kind of politically incorrect, like Senator Elizabeth Warren. I don't know if that person exists. It sounds like you're trying to create like the perfect woman. You know what I mean? But they bet on, when they started the Republican debates, 17 people were on stage. Only one of them had never been elected to office, and it was Donald Trump. They piled on in this anti-establishment fervor. They bet on the wrong horse, and now look out. They're blowing it up.
So if
there's a big
one
Brexit
thing he
component to
brought
this.
was this sentiment, this movement, as everybody's calling it, the drain the swamp, get rid of the old, let's start something new, because they're sick of it. So you think it's going to be closer than you originally projected, but you think ultimately Hillary will take it?
Well, I just think, Hillary Clinton has many, many wonderful, lovely qualities. She checks a lot of boxes. She also has her baggage. I think a lot of it is unfair. A lot of it is inaccurate. A lot of it is stuff that Bill Clinton did. And a lot of it is stuff she did on her own, and she shot herself in the foot.
Billy really should be running for president.
I'm telling you.
That is really what it comes down to.
For president, and then
I would make a horrible first lady, thothough. That's the problem.
Oh, no, you have the fashion, you can sing, you could do so many things. You can act.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Betty Ford was first lady.
Thanks, hon.
Is this hang on.
Thank you so much.
Is this the secret to 20+ years of love in Hollywood, which is really like 80 years in regular people
Couldn't
world?
resist the temptation.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the love. They're going to rally for kids with the Cancer Scavenger Cup taking place tomorrow and Friday. They're going to help fight against children's cancer. You could do so, too, by going to SickKids and donate. We'll see you around the streets, guys. And thank you so much. Come back.
We love you.
Come back. We
You're
love
awesome.
you. Gina. It's Gina.
Yeah.
It's Gina.
It's a big Gina.
Thank you so much, guys. Hold on for 5 more days. And
It's
we're
a
going to
huge
see
Gina.
who's a huge
Gina. Huge Gina.
Long, warmer. We'll be back with more BT. Hold on. More coming up right after this.